Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. If you haven't yet done it, go and check out this morning's video after this video. There's a £10 giveaway gift card in that. So if you remember, we said that once we hit 50,000 subscribers, we'll give away £50 as gift cards. We're going to do a £10 one, then a £15 one, and a £25 one over the next 3 weeks. Subscribe down below. Make sure you subscribe down below. You get awesome trading tips. And go and watch that video to enter the giveaway. But I sort of was sitting there this morning thinking, okay, well, what content can I bring you guys in the evening to really sort of boost your Team of the Year knowledge? And it dawned on me that when I did the Team of the Year investment guides and the Team of the Week investment guides and things like that, there was something that I think I missed and something that could be really useful for you guys in terms of how best to spend your coins on investments. Now, in my opinion, the best thing you could probably do is if you're going to invest, always invest below what they're selling for right now. That's the first and most important thing I can give to you, advice I can give to you. So say, for example, you invest in Rakitiches, if they're selling for 15k, try and buy them at 11, 12, 13k, just to limit your risk always, if that's what you're going to decide to do for SBC fodder. But I also think a good time to buy them is in lightning rounds. You can snipe SBC fodder quite cheap in lightning rounds. After lightning round ends, it climbs. But I want to talk about the leaks, the Team of the Year leaks that have come out. So forget the Team of the Year itself. We're not interested in that. As traders, it's neither here nor there to me. I'm not bothered about that. Last year, we saw that players went down in price, so I'm not too stressed about that. What I'm interested in is the leaks of the SBCs. Now, these aren't guaranteed. We know they're not. But the rumours are that one of the first... I'll talk about the first one initially. We're getting a Marcelo flashback card, and it looks nuts. It's sort of like a 90 pace left back with all ridiculous stats, basically. Now, when you're trading on these SBCs and thinking, right, how best do I make coins of these? You need to think what the requirement's going to be. So, Team of the Week's is highly likely to boost it because I think a flashback Marcelo as a Team of the Year is going to be a very expensive SBC, a 400, 500k SBC, maybe even more for an endgame left back. That's what EA are probably going to charge, in my opinion. So, I have to think to myself, okay, so if I've got this Marcelo, what are the requirements of that SBC going to be? So, for my mind, I look at him and I look at the league he plays in and the nation, okay? So for Marcelo, he plays for he plays in La Liga Santander, he's Brazilian, and he plays for Real Madrid, okay? They're the three things that I think of their squads that could be requirements. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, how best do I look to get the best bang for my buck in terms of what I'm spending? And I'm going to show you a page that should always be your best friend, okay? This is Footbin's cheapest FIFA 20 players by rating, okay? So now you look at this screen here, and it looks a bit confusing, but you look at the ratings, 85, 86, 87. Now, for a 400, 500 KSBC plus, you're going to probably need 85s, 86s, 87s in there. And either way, people would need 86s, 87s for different SBCs at times. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so he's a Brazilian. So if I look at the 87 ratings, I'm thinking, right, Thiago Silva, the cheapest 87 rated on the market at the moment, according to Footbin. These can fluctuate, just be mindful, just check your prices. The cheapest is Thiago Silva. He's Brazilian. He fits what is possibly a requirement for Marcelo. So Silva could be a very good investment. I go down and I think, okay, Fernandinho, he's on this list as well, one of the cheaper ones. Maybe I'll invest in him if it's a cover of the Marcelo. Maybe I'll invest in this Casemiro. Why? He's Brazilian and Real Madrid. Now, we don't know if we're going to get this Marcelo SBC. It's important to note that. We might not get anything at all. It's EA. We don't know. But if you are going to invest, this is where I'd be looking to invest. These sort of players... and thinking, right, okay, cool. How best do I cover off any risk that there's going to be Marcelo and people won't buy the players that I'm going to buy? I look at the 86 rated and I go, okay, cool. I ignore the ad in the corner, which is really jarring. But I can go, okay, cool. Is there anything here? Rakitic is still really, really cheap. He's a La Liga player. People might want to buy him for their squads. Isco, he's a Real Madrid player. I might want to buy him for this. Boom, easy as that. And you keep going. Maybe if I'm going to 85s, I've got Saul there. He could really be like a decent buy for me. I've got Alan, who's gone down in price. He could be a good buy for me. And I've got James Rodriguez, who again plays for Real Madrid. So that's how I'm thinking about my investments for Marcelo. I'm thinking, right, I'm going to go and buy those guys. If I'm going to invest in them, I'm going to go and buy those guys because they cover off loads of other things, right? And then look again. I go, okay, cool. Another leak is Pogba. Pogba's been leaked as a flashback SBC. Premier League, French, Man United. Man United is much of a muchness. They haven't got that many ridiculously high rated players this year, so I wouldn't worry so much about the Man United requirement. There's probably going to be a Man United requirement, but would I say to you go out and spend loads of money on high rated Man United players when there aren't that many in the game? Probably not. But if you wanted to go and buy a few 84s, maybe a cheap 84s or cheap 83s and 82s, just because you might need that as a requirement for him, perfect. But he is Premier League and he's French. So again, I look at this list again, and I go, okay, cool. So what have I got on this list? I've got Rodri down there. Now that Rodri, for example, on 85, you'll see it now. This Rodri here, for example, he is 85 rating for the Premier League. He could be a very good bet. I've got Matuidi, who is French, and he might be a good bet because of the SBCs. I look at okay because of the requirements. I look at Titi there. I look at where's the other guy I saw on this early one? Where's he gone? Oh, it's on the other one, wasn't it? Fernandinho, again, Premier League. And I start to think about that. Benzema, for example, he always when there's a really good SBC requires high rated, Benzema always shoots up. Benzema could be a really good buy. Again, Benzema could be good to cover off both Pogba and Marcelo. He's French and he plays for Real Madrid. You buy 10 of those and he does go up, you're laughing. And that's what I think people need to be mindful of. We go, okay, cool, well, I've got these cards here. Now, my advice to you is snipe these players in lightning rounds. They will crash down by maybe 5 to 6k at times. During lightning rounds for Black Friday, we were seeing Rakitic just get us down as low as 10, 11k, then bouncing back to 17, 18, 19k because the base icon SBC was there. So now if you've got a Marcelo that's there, or anything like that, then you're laughing. You sit there going, okay, cool, I've got a Marcelo sat there. These people are going to want to... If Marcelo comes out, I promise you these players will go up. Because unless he's extortionately expensive, these players will go up in price because people want to do it. It's an endgame left back. It will be the best left back on the game. Pros will want him. Pros will use him. People will see pros using him. Streamers using him. I will do him. If Marcelo comes out, even though it's my trading account, I will do Marcelo because he will be the best left back on the game. So then, for example, there Benzema covers off a good one. Edison here can cover off good, cover off both. Lloris covers off that. Courtois could be a good option for example. I steer clear of goalkeepers. They do go up in price, but positions are better. Also think about that as well, positional sense. Right backs, left backs, right wings, left wings are always good to buy in lightning rounds. If Marcelo gets a right wing or left wing requirement, go and buy Di Maria and players like that. They will always go up in price because there's fewer of them. So if, for example, it's an 87 rated team that's got right wing and left wing in it, go and buy Di Maria, go and buy Koke, go and buy players like that because you're going to need to use those players to get the chem. Other leaks that EA are talking about is a Neuer. Now, I don't think Neuer will be extortionately expensive as a goalkeeper, but again, if I'm looking for that and thinking, right, if Neuer comes out, what's the best bang for my buck? Thomas Müller, his cam card is very, very cheap. Could be a very good option here. In fact, he's one of the cheapest on the market at the moment for 86s, I believe. 85 rated, Galaxy plays in that league, Berkey plays in that league. Who else plays in that league? We've got another one that I saw. Am I being blind here? It's not Skriniar. Skriniar plays in the league. Coutinho plays in that league. His left wing card again. Coutinho left wing, cover off Neuer, and you cover off Marcelo. There's a thing. If you're going to buy these players anyway, buy these sorts of ones. He's a left winger, so he's going to be in demand if there's a left wing requirement as part of an SBC. He's Brazilian, and he plays for Bayern Munich. So again, you're covering off Neuer for Bundesliga and Bayern Munich. You're covering off Marcelo for Brazilian and left winger for a position. Coutinho could be a great investment. Again, buy them, I think, in lightning rounds, but if you want to buy them now, just try and snipe them 2 or 3k under what they're selling for at the moment. Hummels, for example, could be a really good shout for an 87 rated player. Neuer himself could be a decent bet if you want to try 88 rated. I don't think he'd be that expensive. I think Neuer's will come in at about 3 to 400k maximum. Again, but he would be an end-game goalkeeper for you. And the final one everyone's talking about is Iniesta. Now, my concern with Iniesta is, I've seen trading guides saying go for Iniesta. Now, unless they do a madness EA and give Iniesta a Barcelona card, he plays in an off league, so he might have the most godly card possible, and if the leaks are right, he may have the most godly card, but he still plays in the Japanese league. So the question mark is, well, how are you gonna link him? Who's gonna link him? So for example, right now I'm selling a Butragueno, who I use, so I didn't rate at all. Like you need to use an icon, a Spanish icon, or any other icon to link him in. So I don't think the hype will be there for Iniesta, but if you did want to cover it off, you've got to think things like, okay, cool. When is he going to get flashed back to? Probably when he's at Barcelona, most likely. So he might need a Barcelona requirement. Again, Rakitic could be good for that. He might need a La Liga requirement or Spanish requirement. Thiago, who's on screen here, could be good for that. But you could still invest in him. I just don't think he's going to be that sought after because he plays in such a bad league. If you play in a better league, there might be another option. There's rumour also that Ibrahimovic could potentially be an option. Again, I don't think Ibrahimovic will happen. I know he's going to AC Milan, and it could be a thing, but he's got a Scream card, and I don't know if EA will go and give him another card. They may because he's gone to Milan, and if they do give him them fair play, do I think that Ibrahimovic would be that meta this year? Probably not. His agility imbalance might be a bit iffy, and obviously agility imbalance is quite important this year. Again, if you want to cover that off, Serie A players would probably be quite good, so the likes of your Bonucci's, your Skriniars, your Milinkovic-Savic's, they could be good. I don't think, again, he'd be that expensive to do. I don't think he'd have the hype. I think the three main that I think would give you like the ultimate hype. Sorry, my phone for some reason seems to be like going funny. The three that I think will give you the most hype is going to be Neuer as an end-game goalkeeper, will be decent hype. Marcelo I think would be huge hype, as would Pogba. Pogba being Premier League and Marcelo being an endgame left back. Those two, if they drop, I think there's a lot of coins to be made because I think people will do them. Pros will do them. I think I probably would do most of Marcelo. Possibly Pogba, but probably not. But I definitely would look to do Marcelo. I think Marcelo, with these 400-500k, that's an endgame left back, even in Team of the Year. Players get that. Are you going to get that value for the rest of the year that you've got a left back that is that good? I don't think you will. But that's going to be the end of the video, lads. Like I said, if you haven't done it yet, go and watch this morning's video. This morning's video will give you everything you need to know in terms of Team of the Week sniping and Team of the Week bidding for the Team of the Year promo, and there's a £10 giveaway inside of it. So go and watch that 100%. Do that right now and subscribe if you are new around here. We're on the road to 2k subs and we are crushing it. But for now, lads, I'm out. Peace out. Speak to you later.